Evening everyone, this is the solution for day 9. So this is going to be going through our top chassis part component for our scissor jack. So this component, I'm going to use the construction matrix that I like to use by starting off with a particular focal point. So we can choose probably a datum on the left hand side, and then we're going to work up across our component, and we're going to draw our top view followed by our right hand view. So I'm going to keep it nice and progressing through whilst using AutoCAD, again using the same line, rec, circles, fillets, trims and offsets like we've been learning, the key fundamentals to draw sort of our product. So I'm into AutoCAD, then I'm going to start my drawing, use my template. Okay, and I'm going to pan up my X and Y axis and then put in 2 X lines. Okay, 0, 0, and put one on the vertical, one on the horizontal, and I want them to be in my construction layer, so I'm just going to click on both and onto the construction zone. Okay, now I'm going to move over and put my first offset in, which is going to be 12.5, which is the first radius. Next, I'm going to put in the second gap between the circles, which is 250. Okay, so you can see we're now coming out here. And lastly, I'm going to put in the last 12.5, which is the last edge on the radius. So what I've done, I've drawn a line here, a line on the middle of the circle, another line 250 away, and a last line 1250. So next up, I know it's obviously then it's going to be 25 high, so obviously you've got 12.5 times 2, which is 25, so then we're going to put the offset of 25 in, like so. Offset of 50, just space it on my page. This is going to be then the bottom of my top component, and my top component then is a further 50 with 5mm either side. So 50 again, coming up, and then offset 5 down, and then 5 up. That's going to give us the 45 in that central pod. Last for them, I'm just going to do offset. I could have done 50 before. Think about streamlining. If you can streamline, you're a lot more efficient. And again, it's 50 again. So I could have done that in one go rather than splitting it out. And the last bit is it's obviously 5. So you can streamline your workflow. Then you pick up these CAD tips really quickly. So front zone, top zone, okay, right zone. So what I'm going to do into rec, draw my first little one on the right and the bottom. That's that section there. Okay, now if you notice that section actually only goes 220, so I've drawn it a whole way across, and in a minute, once I've drawn the outer profiles, I'll also trim that back. So I'm just going to leave it like that section for this time period. Now I'm going to offset 5 again, and 5 in on both lines. Now if you look on the right, these sections go down and then it's trimmed across. So what I'm going to do is just do the right edge, cross it over. Okay, and all I'm going to do is trim out that middle line so it just doesn't transfer through. So it's the 2 slots and then the bar in the middle. Okay, centre line in to put the circles and the radiuses. We know that's halfway through 25, so it's going to be 12.5. Like so. So all we're going to do is then put radius in 12.5, second radius in here 12.5, and then I've got 2 10s, so 5 apiece. And then we're going to run a line on the quadrants, top and bottom, like so. So now I'm just going to trim out those lines I don't need from the original rectangle. Okay, like so. So 1, 2, 4, 5. Now what I need to do, offset 125 to find the centre point from the 250 line, which is there. Offset now 110 either side, so I can get the profile for the trim. Wasn't far off. trim out that line, trim out that line, and then I'm going to draw a line down and box it off like so. So that's all that section done. Now you notice this is a hidden profile section, so I need to change that to a hidden. So I'm going to come up to my layers, insert a new layer, hidden, change it to like a light grey colour, change my line type to a hidden, load that one in. I'm just going to select those two and change that to hidden. There we go. And there's like a hidden profile that we have there. So last thing is going to do my top view now. So I'm just going to move up, and again it's just big sort of rectangles again. So I'm going to use a rectangle line from one point to one point. Same again. And now you know there's a rectangle in between. So just sort of 3 rectangles, and that section is now done. What I can do is I can transpose these sections coming through. So I know there's obviously a hole that will go right sort of through. So again, it's offset in 5mm. It's 5 on the left, 5 on the right, 5 on the left, 5 on the right, and also 5 on the base, 5 on 1. So now what I can do in my hidden tool, come along. Easy what I do is span over both and then trim out afterwards. Like so. Like so. Now I'm going to turn off my construction. Okay, I obviously didn't match that one across properly, so just going to put it in again. So trim 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now technically you can't really see the line, so the line type scale. What I'm going to do is I'm going to scale it by half, just to get some more, so I can get those lines now. So I've halved my line type scale, so I can show that these are hidden. I could do actually a bit more lines, could do 0.25, and it'll get more profile. See, it's like little line dash lines, so which is fine. So that's those components. So on my drawing, it looks like it's a straight through. And actually, I missed that hole as well off on the drawing. That's going to do center points. So we come into dims. Annotate, center mark for that one, center mark for this one, and now I'm going to put some dimensions. So 1 to 2, I'm going to put that as 15mm above. I'm also going to put 1 into 2 there, so let's do it 10mm away, 5. I'm going to put 50 on 45 or 40, let's put 10 away. I have to put 70 on this one, 50 on that one, sorry. What happened there? Wrong button. Like so. And you can obviously pop it in if you really want to, there to there is 5, and there to there is 5. Like so. Probably need to span that is 20 for 220. Radius points would also be useful, but you know it's 250, so you know obviously the halfway point, so I could actually put centre mark in. Centre line, and I could put a centre mark through there as well, so just to give it that bit of the edge, I'm just going to move like so it's nice and clear. Last thing to do is I can come and put my radiuses in, So radius of that one. So 4 times R5, and we also got 4 times. No, delete it all. Now make sure you don't override the dimension. 4 times 12.5. Obviously lose the attribute. So then we have that's then the walkthrough for today. It'd be an output and onto PDF. So obviously make sure you save that as the channel section, which is the upper channel section. Okay guys, thanks for watching, and tune in for tomorrow.